And we're back. Weird things happening again. Just suddenly stream dying. I'm not sure. I've not been able to diagnose whatever goes on. It just suddenly stops streaming as if it disconnects from the ingest server. Well, at least restarting Streamlabs seems to be a reliable way to fix the problem. It's just annoying when it keeps doing this to us. But we're back. Apologize for the technical issues. Let's go back and finish Exocolonist. Based on the last still frame, we completed the challenge. We got 3 stars. That's all you missed. 3 stars, and that's it. We got a perk as well. We got a skill. We got organizing to 100. Oh no, we got something. We got the perk which allows us to refuse new cards. So we can choose what goes into our deck. Yeah, we can deny the card. That 8 and then the yellow 3 that becomes a 6 should be good. I'm not sure, Fisher, because I saw the message after I clicked submit, but we got 3 stars. And then the stream just froze up because I think we killed the stream with awesomeness. Hey Rex, how about a bobber fruit? Is this a birthday gift? Vase asks, clearly disgusted. You don't know me at all, do you? No, Lichcast. I'm not sure. I think it's just me as a player. I'm not feeling any of these people. Closest was Nem and Tang. But Tang is dealing with shit. And Nem ended up with Vase. So that's complicated. It just happens to my PCs in any game. They end up in complicated or doomed romances. In Mass Effect, in Dragon Age, in... I guess I have a type. Okay. Dislikes blue bobber fruits. What do you... Do you hate everything, Vase? It's funny how his name's also Olivaceous. Poor Nem. You find Rex sitting in the bowl. Oh, Skunky. Alright, he's smoking up. Let's continue assisting Mars. Make sure this year passes the transition. Help smooth the transition of power. Well, we're gonna find it. Like, we're gonna... No, wait. There's no more opportunity to give him an item. Oh, we can give him more. Let's do this. Don't tell me. We're gonna try to get... Here, I have something for you. How's some cake? Huh? Vase cracks a small smile when he sees your gift. Birthday cake? He asks incredulously. Do you think I'm a child? Am I supposed to blow out the candles and make a wish now? Oh no, he has daddy issues. I'm pretty sure he just wanted affection from his parents. He just wanted someone to celebrate his birthday, but nobody did. Lol. Okay, we found it. Playthrough successful. We found what Vase likes. He likes cake. It's expensive to maintain. 50 kudos for a cake. Oh, okay. Well, soon enough, I won't, like, after 2 more actions, like, I'm gonna put on, like, spoilers everywhere. What do we do? What do we do? Yeah, I'll keep assisting. I think I like to wind down. I did promise Mars I'm gonna stay by her side through this. We have to make this count. It's just a few months since she got into power. The most people have made great efforts to find common ground. Unrest between the Strato and Helio factions is common. The colony was founded with peaceful, egalitarian goals, and the soldiers and scientists of the Heliopause represent everything your parents in the Vertumna group were trying to escape on Earth. This fundamental culture shock can be difficult to navigate, even for those with cooperation in their hearts. Then there are those who do not wish to cooperate. Instance barges into command while you're on shift, not waiting for an audience before she starts barking at Mars. "Governor Mars," she snaps. "Tell these presumptuous jarheads they are not, and will never be, welcome in my lab." Mars looks up from her holopalm. Soldiers? What are they doing in your lab? She scrolls a duty roster, then sighs. "They're not soldiers, Auntie. They're researchers just like you. Apparently, some of them were like actual factual experts back on Earth. You should give them a shot." "As assistants," Instance snaps, "not as lab heads. They can't just come in here and..." Mars holds up her hand and talks over Instance. I know. They're all army weirdos," she concedes. "But that doesn't mean we can't use them. Like, they know way more about Earth than we do, right?" Just then, the aforementioned researchers catch up to Instance and all start talking over each other, demanding that the governor order Instance to stop treating them like interns and start promoting Helios to lead positions. Instance starts yelling back, and command becomes a chaos of scientists screaming and waving their arms in consternation at each other. Ooh, I'm curious how your event was different. We're not on Earth, Mars. Instance will find their potential. They need to be tested first. They don't know shit about what's going on the planet yet. They defer to Instance for now. Instance is right to protect the colony from presumptuous eggheads with Earth's poisonous ideas in their head. If the researchers want to help, they can do as they're told. Okay, wait, I didn't... You add your voice to the din, though probably only Mars hears you. She nods thoughtfully. Mars tells you to ignore them and get back to work. Listen while you file reports. Oh, sure, Fisher. Is it because someone... Is this event different if one of the parents survives? If my dad survives, for example, or Tang or something? Something about Tang? Okay. Listen while you file reports. You could practically write these reports back to Earth with your eyes closed, or in this case, with your ears open. You half-heartedly type up a report and continue to listen in. If you think I'm just going to hand over classified colony intelligence to a bunch of space cops, Instance spits. The researchers all clamor to deny their relationship to the Heliopause military. Don't you pretend like you don't want to send me back to Earth in chains, she snaps right back. That's why you're here, isn't it? You don't care about Vertumna. You care about recovering your master's stolen property. Oh, it's supposed to be under the previous government. It's with Lum. Interesting. I'll bet you would have loved to get all 4 of us, she says. But Udicott, Hal, and Fluorescent all had the good luck to die before they could see their work destroyed by a bunch of jackbooted Earth thugs. You flinch. It hurts to hear your mom's death described as good luck. Now I understand where Instance was coming from in saying that. Wow, that also hammers home the fact that Instance is the last surviving fugitive, quote unquote. Instance stands ramrod straight, her face crimson with fury. Well, you're not gonna get me, and you're not gonna get my work either. Mar steps in. Auntie, I'm not going to let that happen, she says firmly. When I became governor, Lum told me he sent a message to Earth that the colony was practically destroyed. No one's coming for us. Huh? How can you know that? Instance says. We haven't heard anything back from Earth since you went through the wormhole. They could be sending a new fleet of ships right now. Lum clears his throat. You hardly noticed him, since becoming Mars's social media manager, his usual bravado has been weakened. I was in contact with Earth, he admits, when I was governor. They told us to stand down and refocus our efforts on colonizing Vertumna. The room once again erupts into chaos. You try to get back to work. These reports to Earth that you thought were just busy work may be more important than you realized. Well, well. Those who were watching what happened with Tang Instance Planet event, did it happen? Nope, it did not happen because we're not focused on her a lot. Yeah, we have... Like, I wanted to focus on certain characters, but I just kept being driven into other things. Good, we have an all-yellow hand, essentially. Neighbors become blue, damn it. It's okay. This is higher. 54. Wait, I got a 54 earlier. There. I think it's not later to get, but not sure if I think it's late. I have a feeling right now it's like it's almost glow season. I'm ready to just like... Well, I'm excited to see what happens, like how our first playthrough really pans out. But I'm also excited to like focus on specific characters now. +3 for each gem on other cards. $54 versus 61. 64. This is just brute force. 64. Yep, everything I miss is just fuel for next playthrough. I'm actually wondering if I'm free Tuesday nights, if I should just stream where I currently am for like subsequent playthroughs, and for the regular Tuesday slot in something like Banner Saga or another narrative adventure. Return to Monkey Island just released, and I told myself I'd catch up with Monkey Island because I remember watching my brother play Curse of Monkey Island, and I remember him really loving it, and via osmosis I ended up loving it as well. So I might work my way up to Return to Monkey Island. I never played the original, so that's gonna be something new for me as well. Oh, god damn it. We missed 4 points. Doesn't have to be minute to minute. Yep. But it's fun. It's fun playing it on stream. So I might actually just reserve like Tuesday nights for it. So far, Tuesday nights have been fine. But we also want to get in some new stuff because there are a lot of new releases. And well, we have a backlog to get through. So I'm going to set aside extra time. Like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I'm going to try to keep them as first playthroughs. But now, since some of my schedule is freed up a bit, I can see myself like doing second playthroughs or casual playthroughs, like jumping in, not necessarily like streaming the whole thing on other dates. I'll feel it out. You find Rex sitting in the bowl, hugs incoming. It's almost glow season. Hug for good luck. Yeah, and we also have the Discord to share about it. One thing I'm annoyed by with Discord, I've been trying to find a way to... For example, I create a channel for like Exocolonist spoilers. I can't... It's like I was trying to look for a way to just mute notifications for people for that channel specifically. I know you can do it personally, or you can make it a private channel and have people opt into spoilers. But I wish there was just an option to like make sure this channel does not give off notifications to people. Anyway, see if your server got opted in also to forum channels. Oh, I have to explore Discord a bit more. Second one can be without reading text. Yep, that's for sure. There's even an option to highlight such text in the game. Really? Awesome. I like that. I like those games, especially visual novels, where there's a button to skip already read text. Like, it's so convenient. So you just click that and you're guaranteed that it'll stop on stuff you have not seen before. Is it here? Here, skipped scene text. Nice. Quality of life right there. Wait. I should have turned this on from the very beginning. You find Cal behind the garden shed, kneeling down and peering under a tarp, blah blah blah. Oh, wait. We saw this text already. Alright, last action before glow. I think I'm still gonna work with Mars. You know, we're trying to work and make sure this transfer of power goes smoothly. What would Nomi like? How about a yellow flower? Nah. You brought me a gift? Like, just because? OMG Solana, thank you. Oh well. It's for areas with multiple panels. Got it. Of all the things to find out at the end of the playthrough, it's what Vase likes. Cake. Tang is standing at the door to the laboratory, looking out towards the walls and the wilderness beyond. We have done all we can, she says, and then sighs. I don't know what else there is to do. Perhaps inspiration will come to me if I work harder. Here, something to keep you awake. It seems you've remembered my birthday. Oh, we also found out about Tang's birthday. Tang says, taking the roots and turning them over in her hands. Her lips curl in distaste at the dirt. How thoughtful of you. I have much to do today, but I'll set these roots aside to analyze later. We even learned Tang's birthday, and we get a Tang event. Nice. You spot Tangent leaning against the wall outside. She's yawning, rubbing her eyes, and staring off into space. She startles as you walk up. Oh, Solana, I was just taking a short break. Yawns are infectious. Join in and yawn too. Did you stay up all night too? She asks. I don't even remember when I slept last. It might have been a few days ago. Well, to be fair, Solana has been working at the government office for a while now. You haven't slept in 2 days? More like 3, she replies, then pauses for another jaw-cracking yawn. But as I said, I'm tired. Even my enhanced body has limitations. You look at her quizzically. I don't need to sleep as much as other people. It's a genetic... What's it? She says foggily. You know, a DNA enhancement. I guess sometimes even I forget to do it. I should set myself a reminder. Hollow, at the schedule, sleeping nightly 2300 hours for 3 hours. Her hollow palm emits tone in response. Tangent nods sleepily. That should do it, she murmurs. Her eyes are practically closed. Find her someplace to take a nap. Tang follows you obediently into the engineering wing, too tired to protest. You slip into medbay to grab a blanket and pillow off a shelf. By the time you return, Tang's already fallen asleep, curled up in an egg chair in the waiting area. You gently place the blanket over her and she hums happily before going slack with much needed sleep. Aww. It feels like, Tang's relaxing, Solana's relaxing. Are we being complacent now? Because, yeah, Lum's gone, but that doesn't mean they're gonna stop attacking us. Yeah. Wanted to get to... I'll get to know Tang more in next playthroughs. I want to get to know Tang in this more. As assistant, you have access to a great deal of information that would be otherwise classified. It's only your sense of propriety that keeps you from looking up the resolutions of arguments long past or records of complaints against people you know. It's kind of sad how most of the governor's work is just mediating conflicts. It seems like there are some things that humanity couldn't leave behind on Earth. Aw, no unique event. And a 4? Hate this. Secret Fun Times Club. What am I doing with the gems? It's definitely not the highest we can go. We don't have a flush. +2 for each gem on other cards. Let's put this here. 44. Okay. Super goal. No stars, but super goal. Oh god, it's glow season. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh shit. Ah shit. I was gonna check everything one last time. Rifle, my rifle ready? Gonna train in the barracks. Nam stares out at the wall, stone-faced. She barely acknowledges your presence. Nam, eat something. I don't have any more cakes for you, Vice. Vase. 10. Stay awake. Cal. Maybe you would like a flower. No. You really hate face, huh? Visit the spa. Let's remove something. I think we're good. We're good. We're fine. And you know what? Just because it's the last glow season, let's give our squad leader a cake. I have some leftover cake. Cake? I mean, I appreciate it, but why? It's not like it's my birthday. Alright, let's train. Remove vase from the character data. I could apply for guard duty now. Defense training. +2 combat and animals not needed. We have that maxed out. No way, Fisher. I'm not even gonna... Maybe for a fun playthrough, I'm just gonna like... Never. That flower... No. Apply for guard duty. Why not? Why not? It's the last glow season. He walks over to face you. Not many original colonists want to step up for defense duty. Not like these Helio soldiers. He says, I've been trying. The rest of the council might not agree it's necessary to recruit children, but they haven't seen the things I have. So, did you find your courage? Bravely step forward. When Rhett smiles, it's not a happy smile. But do you have what it takes to survive? Yes, I do. And I'm ready to serve. Rhett nods. Okay, you're in. See you at dawn, recruit. Now I can do guard duty. And bravery. Alright, let's do this. Last glow. You show up for orientation to guard duty. Vase and Nem are here as well, listening intently to Security Chief Rhett as he teaches you the specifics of the colony's defenses. I think this is appropriate, this action. There's the walls, of course, and the lookout towers, and the robotic turrets. There are obvious weaknesses, like the gates, and less obvious ones, like the pipes that divert runoff water away from the colony. And there are high-priority targets like engineering and geoponics. You're surprised to learn that the living quarters are considered lower priority. Duh, Vase mutters. During an attack, everyone's supposed to be defending the colony, not hiding under their beds. It's a lot to learn quickly, and Rhett doesn't let you make mistakes. He drills you and drills you, first on your knowledge of the colony, and then on actual drills. Physical fitness and reflexes, loading and firing a blast rifle, securing a dangerous situation, and combat tactics both as a group and solo. I like how it's also all coming together where, our very first choice for closest friend was Nem. And then I guess our very last action in a way is kind of reconnecting with Nem in this level. Even if it's for guard duty, even if we're defending the colony, at least we're together for now. Securing a dangerous situation and combat tactics both as group and solo. If the lookouts at the wall see anything, you'll be the ones to shoot it, he says as you struggle with reloading the cartridge in your blast rifle. There might not be time to wait for backup. You have to be able to make and act on the right choice without hesitation. He looks you right in the eye. You're not only a guard while you're on duty, he says seriously. You are being charged with the defense of the colony itself. I expect you to be ready at all times to answer the call. Frustrated, you fumble the cartridge and it clatters to the ground. Rat stops it under his foot. No slacking. Keep your mind and body sharp and ready for anything. We are at war, he continues, leaning in close to drive his point home. He's been saying that a lot recently. He really believes everything Lum says about the outside world. Rhett leaves you to figure out how to reload your blast rifle on your own. Vase is already finished, of course, but Nem stops what she's doing to help you. There's a latch here, she says, flicking it with her thumb. If it's deployed, you can't click the cartridge in. Got it? You nod. It's easy when someone actually shows you how. She's kind of intense. Vase scoffs. You deserve it. If you're just using this as an excuse to slack off. If him hurting your feelings is what it takes to make you colonists realize that defense isn't a hobby, I hope the chief chews you up and shits you out the other end. Vase leaves in disgust. Nem shoots you a sorry look and follows him, shouldering her rifle as she goes. Nem. Guard duty. Super goal 56 rainbow. Two stars. Okay. Knowing the attack is coming, as it always comes in glow, does nothing to calm your nerves. You and the other defenders are well prepared, but tensions are high. The attacks have been getting worse every year. How many of those brave people at your side will survive until tomorrow? You're there when you see them. Dark on dark shapes coming out of the forest, perfectly silent. You watch with the lookouts as more and more figures amass at the forest edge. Minutes pass as the horde pushes into the firebreak, numbering at least, it must be, in the thousands, more animals than you've ever seen in one place. The ground is choked with a teeming carpet of smaller creatures darting in and among the legs of... No. Oh no. Of course I'm nervous! The forest bends as a faceless emerges from its depths, followed by two more. The moon in the walls is discouraged. One faceless destroyed your colony. Two faceless required an irresponsible number of explosives to take down. How are you supposed to be able to handle three? Fight! Survival is your only goal. It's what all living creatures do. The wave of attackers rolls over the firebreak, crashing against the walls, Flying creatures scream overhead, and the sound of blast rifle fire fills the air. You rush toward the garrison to join the squads. As you run, you notice... Oh crap. The colony defenses are mediocre. As you run, you notice that the colony seems to be holding its own. Nothing has breached the walls yet, and it seems that the tide of monsters emerging from the trees has slowed. The colony looks evenly matched. The battle's not in the bag, but so long as the defenses hold, things look hopeful. You're descending from the walls when you are thrown to the ground by a tremendous rumble. A few meters in front of you, something tunnels towards you through the mud. You have the impression of something long and dark that cuts through the ground like a shark through water. You scramble to your feet, but it cuts off your path, forcing you towards the geoponics outbuilding. It's a storage shed, mostly empty besides bales of hay used as float cow feed. It's dimly lit, but you think you see another door at the far end. The creature advances, throwing up rocks and chunks of dirt as it tunnels closer. Why do I get the feeling like this is this? Fight it! Oh man. 104, bonus to pairs. $26, $26, $24, $26, $24 versus $26. Float cow weed, why not, right? Crap. +5 bonus to physical red pairs. 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, 5 of a kind. Let's put this mushwood log in there. Oh, we could have gotten a straight fisher. Damn it. You're right. Well, it's too late. It's okay. We're gonna use your items. 72, 72. We're good. We're good. I think we're good. Second round, then third round, we have it in the bag. Oh, it would have been 665. I think this works. We're good. 37. Gold, gold, gold. I could raise this. We got this. Just want to try to optimize this. 8, 8, 6, 6. Was 41 the highest? Swap the 2 yellow. Thanks. That's 1 point. 1 point more. And we can put a mushwood log on this. Just in case. Wait, did it get lower? Damn it. I think I lowered it by doing that. Oh well. You back into the doorway and wait for the monster to emerge. As it rears up and thrusts a long black snout out of the ground, you dispatch it with two quick shots from your blast rifle like you've been trained. Before you even have time to be relieved, you spot a second one tunneling toward you. You take another step back into the storehouse and feel heat. The building is on fire. Oh no, this is the beginning of the game with the fire. The dry thatch roof quickly ignites and rains flaming debris down on your head, filling the room with toxic smoke. The ashy heat is intense. You can feel it ripping the moisture from your lungs with every breath. You rush for the rear door, but the fire moves so fast. You're trapped as a roof beam collapses in front of you. You hear a cracking noise, then just pain and a noise like a bell. The world goes dark. I can imagine that, like, whack, and then cut to black. This is the beginning of the game. You wake to chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here or what on Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. And then we have Nem show up, like the very beginning. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ringing in your ears. Climb out. You try to stand up, but one of your legs folds uselessly underneath you. It won't hold under your weight. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Thank you for that care package, Fisher. We just come full circle. Okay, I was slouching really badly there. Okay. We're good. Glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog? Like from Earth? Wait, hold on. You remember this from another life. Not a dog. A monster. Wait, persuasion 100? It's about to end your life and probably Nem's too. She tightens her grip on you. You prepared for this earlier. You've remembered this day for many years. The choking heat of the fire, this dog creature's dead yellow eyes haunting your dreams. You've prepared for it. Specifically, you've installed an armed freeze trap right where you knew the animal would be standing when it transformed into a towering horror. As it does, you trigger the detonator. What? The trap sucks inwards, drawing all the heat from its surroundings. The monster's feet are frozen to the floor as it instantly crystallizes, becoming an ice statue. We are in uncharted territory now. Nem doesn't stop to wonder how this happened. She gives the statue a solid kick and it shatters into a million fragments. You emerge from the inferno of the shed, burned and concussed, but alive. Anemone smiles. It's good to be alive. It's not over yet, Nem! You have your wounds tended in the medbay. Other soldiers there are in much worse shape, but at least the battle is over. It was long and bitter, resulting yet again in the destruction of most of the sawmills and arable land. The defenders managed to repel the Xenos before damage could be done to the inner colony, or maybe the monsters lost interest before finishing the job. It's as if the planet wants you to suffer, but doesn't actually intend to finish you off. Yet, anyway. But for now, you're just happy you survived to live another day. And that day is your birthday. By the time you've recovered, the suns have returned. It's your 20th birthday. You're a fully fledged adult now, though in many ways you already were and have been for a long time. You and your friends step out to greet the new day and start the rest of your life on Vertumna. You've reached your 20th birthday. Lawyer. I became a lawyer? Oh, okay, awesome. Oh, it's the ending. Oh, you need to make dinner, but you will wait for the ending? I'm keeping you from dinner, Fisher. Okay, let's just... Building a colony doesn't mean you just erect walls and plow fields. You need to come up with an entire way of governance that ensures peace for centuries to come. Basically, you're a bureaucrat. You help draft the colony's constitution, ease the transition to a democratically elected council, and manage the rules surrounding elections. I'm not opposed to this. We become an opposition leader. Interesting. You got this as a colony, the colony's first judge, Fisher. Okay. Opposition leader. Mars's SFC becomes a de facto political party with her as governor. And as the person who helped elevate her to that position, you are uniquely qualified to act as her opposition. It's in your nature to question authority, and you believe it's an important part of any healthy democracy. Your inability to compromise means you never end up with any power yourself, but you make sure that Governor Mars and the council don't get away with anything they shouldn't do. Again, it harkens back to that small moment. It's a seemingly insignificant moment when Mars was like skimming off the top of the nano printer, and Solana's like, "Mars, what the hell?" And here we are. It's an important job and sometimes bitter, but Mars never holds it against you. In fact, she revels in the conflict. She loves that you keep her sharp. I also love how our last words to Mars, when she asked, like, you better not, we're kind of joking around, like, you better not try to overthrow me now. And then Solana's like, well, you never know, it might just happen. So yeah, that's how Mars and I have been since kids. But what about Nem? Strong and true Nem sticks by your side of your most trusted friends. She may be friendly towards all, but few people really know her like you do. Everyone is surprised when she retires from active duty. She trained so hard. What could possibly have convinced her to give up her passions? It all becomes clear when she and Vase announce her pregnancy a few weeks later. Vase and now Nem apparently are big proponents of what they call a balanced family, with Vase protecting the home from the outside and Nem raising it up from within. It's strange to see such a stubborn girl act so docile and doting, but she seems determined to make it work, and her mom is overjoyed to see Nem following in her footsteps. She ended up like her mom, and I guess she's happy with Vase. Oh well. It's okay, she's the one that got away. We admitted our feelings for each other, but Solana pulled away, Lichcasts. Like, the moment when they could have kissed. But she was so confused. She like lost her mom. She was like, I don't know. And then she didn't. She didn't kiss Nem. And I guess she'll always think of that moment. Solana is going through a lot of shit, Lichcasts. I hope she's happy. Uh-oh. However, as the years pass, you begin to see cracks form in Nem's happy household. Vase's overbearing nature really leaps out when he has her trapped with 3 of his kids under their roof, insisting he doesn't want his kids to be raised in some hippie creche like Nem was. Eventually, the relationship takes a turn for the worst. Nem shows her physical wounds on her skin, but it's harder to see the emotional ones. When she flees to your quarters late one night with bruises, you welcome her in and give her all the support you wish you could have given her through. I'm gonna grab my shotgun I'm gonna grab my drone rifle right now. I thought I was gonna be a monster hunter. This is the kind of monster you hunt down. Who knew that I would still end up becoming a monster hunter? I probably like, Solana, where's my drone rifle? And like takes it out of storage. And then and maybe Nem is like, no, don't. And then Solana's like, she turns to Nem seriously, cocks the rifle, and tells Nem, you forget who you're talking to. I am the law. And probably in my headcanon scares the living shit out of Vase and puts him in his place or puts him in prison. I'm the lawyer. There's no way Vase can defend himself. Fuck him. You know, I thought he was bad. I was suspecting this. Like, there was something wrong going on, but to have it confirmed here in the epilogue is just sad. What happens next? Children are raised in the creche, though Nem doesn't go back to defense. Instead, she starts up the sports ball teams again, finding her joy in teaching the next generation of athletes like Com taught her. Despite her scars, Nem lives a long, happy life, becoming something of a cool aunt figure to everyone across her sports ball pitch. Okay, if that's where they're gonna leave it, I'd like to think that me as the lawyer of this colony, yeah, we're gonna hunt some monsters. Yeah, that. I thought like you'd be able to understand Vase, but no. Okay, like narratively, I think in my headcanon, maybe Nem and like I also end up helping raise Nem kids because Vase is probably a deadbeat dad who isn't taking care of the children. So as Nem's best friend, I'm probably like their godmother. I'd like to think that. And I'd like to also think that I did something about the situation. Of course, with at least Nem ran to us. You know, I told her when we were young, I'll always be there for her. And I'm there to support her. So yeah, I'm sure we did. Your parents never got to see their colony through, but you live on in their stead. They'll always be with you, in the ground you walk on, and the trees that give you shade, and in the cycle of life that sustains you. Yep, looking at geoponics, looking at the lab. I thought I'd follow in their footsteps, but I ended up becoming a lawyer. Life. But what about... Your Hawkeye is a good companion, but you're no replacement for its own species. When a herd of Hawkeye roam close enough to the colony, you release it back into the wild. And a few years later, you're greeted one morning by a whole litter of Hawkeye kittens outside your door, and Hop Solo proudly showing off their family. Aww. Your Vriki grows from the size of a small dog to the size of a bear, becoming more and more unwieldy and more terrifying to small children. Before the council can force you to do anything about your arachnid octopus friend, Kypris just disappears. You look everywhere in the colony for it, but your answer comes from outside the wall. A new Vriki nursery tree. Soon, the colony is host to many curious Vriki pups who call your Kypris home. Aww. And in my later years, The days turn to months, eventually becoming years, then decades. Before you know it, you're old. What happened to the attacks every glow season? Did they just keep ramping up? Is that life here? We're always fighting against the planet, and it's like it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. It's just like the planet getting rid of an infection, and eventually the planet just gets used to us being there. Well, what happens every glow now? Those are mysteries you need to explore. Yeah, yeah. That's not what happens. What happens to them? They just stop. They just got tired. Maybe they're like, all right, whatever. The planet's like, screw this. Just whatever. Just don't make trouble for us. they just give. They're just tired of us. Life is tough but rewarding. Vertumna continues to challenge you and your loved ones. There we go. We were just asking about it. The attacks continue every year, getting harder and harder to withstand. And not just that, but droughts, earthquakes, diseases, storms, pestilence, and more. Some years you worry that the colony and humanity will be wiped off the map for good. But humans are good at surviving. The adversity strengthens your resolve. You mourn your dead, celebrate your births, and keep adapting to whatever the planet throws at you. This is your home, for better or worse. You do what you can to make it a good one. Eventually, death comes to you, as it does to everyone. In the moment of your death, as your brain cells fizzle out one by one and shut down forever, a vision swims in your mind's eye. Is that me? A person? They seem so familiar. You feel like you know them so well. Oh, it's you, only ancient. Her arms are covered with so many data bands, so many lifetimes of knowledge. The ancient you speaks without moving her mouth, not in words, but in something like pictures. Still, you understand. She smiles. We had a good life, don't you think? But there are so many possibilities, and this was only one of them. I could have done better. There was a girl. We were young together. Tammy with the cotton candy hair. Such a shame to see a life snuffed out so young. She gives you a look as if to say you were somehow responsible for this. Wait, were you? Could you have saved her? We have a chance to take another path, change the way our life turned out. She reaches out the hand. Come with me. Go with him. What? There's so many questions. Well, I wasn't really expecting like an ending. I guess I was okay with what we got in the epilogue. But what does it all mean? So glow is like the big mystery that we have to figure out. We have to figure out how to coexist with this planet. Next time you go through it, you'll get past life choice bubbles. Past life choice bubbles? Huh. Wow. That is a lot. Alright, that is officially our first playthrough. Illustrations, Governor Mars, Sim pounced upon. So many things missing out. Backgrounds. We're missing a few backgrounds as well from the one zone we couldn't explore. And a bunch more. Cards, we got... Wow, there's so many cards. Chivos! Peace on Vertumna. Hmm. Interesting. That is a lot of endings. Like the choice bubble that'll tell you something's about to happen to Tammy. That is convenient because I'm gonna have a hard time remembering when things are gonna happen. So I will appreciate that, having that kind of aid. Because we never went down, we found out what killed Tammy, but it was left at that. Like these little ball bearing like creatures which cause the electric fluctuations. Um but maybe now we'll be able to act on it. But wow. Overall, I'm really happy with that first playthrough. Like, true, we could have done better, but isn't that always general feeling? Like, we always feel like we could have done better. We could have done this, could have done that. Couldn't really say that we were living our best life, but I think we tried our best. Solana, I think I'm pretty happy with how Solana turned out, how Solana grew up. And I didn't know anything. We were just trying to do our best. And it worked out. It worked out. I'm quite happy with all the stories that we've made. The moments. Pretty good. So thank you, Lichcast, for suggesting this game. I actually wouldn't have picked this up if you didn't recommend it. I wouldn't have met all of you on chat if Lichcast didn't recommend this. Because I just like looked at it, I just glanced at it, like when before it released, and then I just wishlisted it and then forgot about it. Some things you have to remember. Oh, so I probably should have kept note of things. But that's it. That officially concludes your first playthrough. I will remember it for a long, long time. I'm happy that Solana ended up as the lawyer and leader of the opposition. Mars is, I think we're going to be governing well. I really feel shitty about Nem's house situation, but she was able to pull through it. And I'd like to think that Nem really supported her through those tough times, helped raise her children, and eventually, hopefully, she eventually lives a happy and free life. I like that you kicked out the fascists on your first. I didn't manage to. the thing with the votes, I was super worried, Lichcast, once you mentioned that Seek was gonna like mess shit up. I was so scared. Oh, beta testers. Nice. Yeah, overall, like with the parents dying and all that, you're really sad, but it really fueled Solana's story. Like it really felt like a personal journey with highs and lows, and you could really feel, you growing apart from your friends and becoming close friends with people you wouldn't have expected. It was just a really fun experience where, you never know what's around the next corner and you're pleasantly surprised. And even if things were, you choose the actions you do, and yet somehow at the end of everything, at the end of a playthrough, I can imagine this like it is really narratively consistent and coherent for the most part. So, I guess it's thanks to the key moments which are guaranteed to happen, which help keep things in check. But even the moments in between help me, it helped me learn more about Solana and informed a lot of her relationships depending on the focus of her actions, the focus on her relationship gains, which help make those key moments stand out even more. Hey, how's it going, Matthew? We are done. We are ready to start our new life. I'm probably gonna go through this just as a teaser for like what a second playthrough is like. I want to see what it's like, but we should begin winding down. I think it's about right. It's almost midnight here, but I'm really happy with the first playthrough. I really am. So thank you again, Lishcast, for recommending this. Vano and Fisher, it is great to meet you on this. I met you all on Vertumna. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do have a meeting tomorrow, so I don't know what time that is yet. Let me just check. Oh, I need to ask for details about that. Uh, we might. Well, I'll see, but I can't stay that long. Big B's hand. Welcome in. We just finished the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. And I still can't believe you guys gifted me something. Big B's gaming hand. Oh, my time at Sandrock, life sim stuff. What was I saying? Yeah, it's a thing, Matthew. Well, the actual shoot is like on Thursday. Tomorrow was just supposed to be like us running through the inventory for equipment. Um, but I see now that they might do some ingress for the event. Anyway, not your problem. I'm gonna figure it out. And if they say streaming, tell them it's your third or fourth job, heyo. I am actually streaming. I made it clear to myself that when I started the streaming thing, it wouldn't only be just a possible new hobby, but it would be a part-time thing. Like I do try to maintain some semblance of professionalism in this with this whole streaming affair. Like I'm trying to stay on schedule, make sure it's legit. So it is fun, but I'm also trying to really be more professional about it. So that is to just say I am taking it seriously. I hope it comes across. I know a guy is making $300 per month, which is a money to retire on utilities. Yeah, I mean, like, it's super rare to be able to rely on streaming as a full-time job, which is why it isn't. It's just a part-time thing for me. But the fact that people are supporting the channel and like we have actual subscribers, that already is like it's I'm still in disbelief about it, but I'm very grateful about it, and it urges me even more that I have to take this seriously. You just not People are supporting the channel, they're throwing money at it, and I'm just wow. And I just hope to provide good, insightful entertainment and inspiration to people somehow in my own ways. I hope. I think it's super rare to rely on any one job to support you entirely. You know what? You are right. Thanks, Gen X boomers, for destroying calling the present and the future. Well, okay. Let me see if I missed anything in chat. All right. So that ends the first life of Solana. Why do we remember things from the past? Who was my ancient self? What is going on with Glow Season? What were all the other characters doing? How do we prevent Nem from falling into the abusive relationship? These are all things we can improve on. Room and board, rant, which is a killer, etc., etc. Yeah, I always remember the meme of the previous generation. Perhaps you should buy a house and a car. Yeah, we should do that. Let's work hard. It's like unthinkable now for most people. Start your new life. Okay. Wow. That was a ride. Our first playthrough, because I was reading everything, officially took us roughly 40 hours. I don't know how we reached that point, chat. 40 hours for a playthrough? Let's just sit here and think about, I don't know, life as a teenage exocolonist. But thank you everyone for joining me on this journey. I had so much fun playing this. It is so much more fun streaming this and having you regulars come in. I'm so glad I met you all on Vertumna, and you've been sticking along for the ride, even if I was playing like other games, and now we're done with the first playthrough. And if I do have free Tuesday nights, I might just like drop in Exocolonist here and there to just share my progress. But yeah, on the official Tuesday schedule, it is free now for a new game, and remains to be seen. I'll play it by ear as we come closer to next Tuesday and figure out what we're gonna stream, what new game we're gonna stream. There's just so much to choose from. But I do feel like investing a few more hours, especially in the evening, in Vertumna. Like, I'd like to spend some stream hours off schedule for Vertumna. And Vanoa even pointed us, to SCP, and then we ended up in SCP Secret Files. Like, it's like, you don't know. You do this action, you go on stream. It's like you do things and things happen. Like, that's if I explain it really badly. A lot of unexpected twists and turns, and I really appreciate it. I'm lucky that I don't, but I almost was 40. Now I have privilege for that to be possible. Yeah. And as you do big friendship endings, they appear in your start screen. Yeah, we didn't get the NEM. We were too late. Let's just sit here and drink, me passing you the beer or whiskey or the cigarette or the kombucha. I'll probably have some kombucha. I was reminded of kombucha. It's not a bad drink. Like, I remember I was eating out with my family and I'd never tried kombucha before. It was on the menu. I'm like, what's this? Can I try it? I'll try it. And then everyone at the table hated it. But me, I'm like, oh, this tastes good. It tastes it's like fermented goodness. I do not explain it. Fermented fruity goodness. That explains a lot of things, actually. That describes a lot of things. I'm terrible at describing what kombucha was like, but I liked it. I think people really warmed up to this game, and it's a game not every streamer was playing, and it ran for 8 parts, which is longer than most people run any one indie game on their schedule. Making the entire Filmmaker's first playthrough of IOCTL series is a reliable watch. Thank you so much, Matthew, for that observation. I was very happy. Again, I keep saying, overall, I'm very happy with Solana's first life. As Lichcast said, we were able to kick out the fascists, help a lot of people, and drive the colony in a better direction. I'm just still really bummed about Nem and, of course, losing our parents, but those were all part of the journey, and the journey was really memorable for those moments. Yeah, Banner Saga's definitely lined up. I know Matthew also recommended Norco. Norco was actually on the... I had this whole thing where I told myself, okay, Return to Monkey Island. How's Return to Monkey Island, by the way, Matthew? I noticed that you purchased it. But I told myself, before Return to Monkey Island releases, I am going to go through Secret of Monkey Island 2, and in between, I'm going to play like Norco and other point-and-click adventure games to like prepare myself for Return to Monkey Island. And now Return to Monkey Island released yesterday, and I'm like, well, I haven't even played the original Monkey Island games. Kentucky Route Zero. I also do have that. Wait, do I have it? I think I have it on my Switch, the TV edition. Yeah, I do have Kentucky Route Zero on the Switch. I also have it here on Steam. Wait, sorry. The Kentucky Route Edition PC edition. I last played it to 2014 for 4 minutes. What the hell is wrong with me? Kentucky Route Zero PC edition. Is that different from the TV edition? Fisher, that means the world to me. I'm really grateful that that's always the challenge of being a variety streamer, right? Like, it does help if you're consistent with like a certain genre of game, or hell, even just one game. But I could never imagine myself as a single game streamer. And I knew the challenges would be that, all right, so you're gonna play a variety. You're gonna get people from different, people coming into the channel for different reasons because of the games. All the more the focus has to be placed on, do they want to come back to your channel because of you? And that is a big thing. And I was going through a lot, and I was always wondering, how can I ever make something out of this? And the fact that we already passed the 200, we're safely past the 200 follower mark, and people do still drop by and give a follow, and you guys still raid and come back, it is still unbelievable to me. Tuesdays, Big B's, that's, I never had like a, Tuesdays are for these kinds of games. It just kind of, ever since we started streaming, somehow it ended up with very thematic slot. I ended up with like kind of thematic slots. Kind of like Saturdays ended up becoming like triple A big release blockbuster games. So we played like Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, and other triple A games on Saturdays. Then Thursdays somehow ended up as, because our very first Thursday game was The Forgotten City, I think. Super great game. If you have not played Forgotten City, if you have not played The Forgotten City, please go in with no spoilers and go try it out. It's a time loop game. It is a time loop game. Don't be turned off by that. It is well written, and it explores an ancient Roman city which should not have. I'm explaining it badly. The Forgotten City, people. Where is it? So Thursdays ended up becoming like time loop. Literally, it was about time loops for a while. Or was that Tuesdays? We started with 12 minutes, and then Forgotten City, and then Death Loop, and I think we did another time loop game, and then eventually turned into like murder mystery, psychological horror kind of games. And Tuesday was Wildermyth. Our very first game on Tuesdays were Wildermyth. Wildermyth is the style is very reminiscent of this, actually, if I was a teenage exocolonist, like very painterly, pop-up book style, like a children's book, heavy with emergent storytelling, and it scratches that tabletop RPG itch in a very wholesome way. And if you let the reins go and you embrace the procedural generational aspect of Wildermyth, you're also going to be in for a good ride there. So I'm just putting it there. So TV edition. Oh, TV edition is just a collected edition. So should I? The Kentucky Route Zero PC edition, I'll essentially get the same experience. Wait. It says here season pass. All 5 episodes. It doesn't say I have the season pass. So do I only have like 1 episode on PC? I'll check it out eventually. But yeah, I do have Kentucky Zero. If not on PC, I play it on Switch. It's no problem. Oh, what does this mean? If I have it on Steam, I have it all. Okay. Just checking. And I also wanted to play like Oxenfree because the sequel's coming out. Oxenfree 2, right? Is it? Yeah, and an Oxenfree after party because to build up the hype for Oxenfree 2. I don't know if it released already. Heads will roll. I will wishlist that. By the way, it's the Bash Bash sale. If you haven't gotten Hades, please, highly recommend Hades. It is so good. What is here actually? What is here on Bash Bash sale? I'm curious. Oxenfree 2 is not coming to Xbox or PlayStation. What? Boo. So it's gonna be a Netflix release. So where on just on PC? Oh, Persona 5 Strikers is 50 off. Huh. Scarlet Nexus. This is so many games I haven't played. I'm gonna have the big think about this. But Tuesdays, sorry, I was like talking about it. Yeah, Big B. Tuesdays ended up like with that the storybook kind of feel, visual novels, point and click adventure games. Somehow Tuesdays evolved into that. It's not. I'm not necessarily like sticking to those themes. It just so happened that the timing and the fates led us to play these games at these times, and I just felt like playing those things. Lobotomy Corp is like 100+ hours long, so it might be one of those things. Thank you again for gifting it, Big B. I still cannot believe it. And Nonary games as well. Fisher, you also gifted that, and I wanted to play through that, but I'm thinking if just I'm gonna treat it like an off-stream kind of, an off-schedule kind of thing. Speaking of which, Big B, Fisher gifted me the Nonary games. Like after SCP, while we were playing SCP, like after you gifted Lobotomy Corp, um, Fisher gifted the Nonary games. Oxenfree 2. Oxenfree 2 is coming to PlayStation in addition to Switch and PC. No release date confirmed. Officially 2022. Huh. Heads will roll. No problem. Wait. Medieval times? Okay. Hardcore survival RPG with non-linear... I'll add this to wishlist. Non-linear story that lets you play as a young medieval soldier who over the course of battles and adventures becomes the most formidable and respected knight of his era. Doesn't that sound familiar, Lichcasts? Or if he's not lucky, perishes in the chaos of the 100 Years' War. Now, this reminds me of another game I wanted to play, but I thought it would take too much time because it is all text. It's the life and suffering of Sir Brant. So this is Heads Will Roll. Let's check the trailer. I guess we're now in like just chat hangout mode. I'm not sure if I can like do a second playthrough or start a second playthrough. I'm gonna leave it now. I'm gonna let it simmer. We finished our first playthrough. I'm happy where Solana is right now. I'm gonna let it simmer for a day or two before we start another life. So for now, let's figure out other things. I've never seen Heads Will Roll before. This is Heads Will Roll. Yeah, Big B. I think it's because I was Big B about Spike Chunsoft. I think I was talking about AI the Somnium Files, which was my first Spike Chunsoft game, and I just said that I was interested in their other games, and then lo and behold, Fisher gifted Lonery games because it is on my wish list. I'll watch a trailer of this, then I'll show you guys the life and suffering of Sir Brant. If you've not heard of it before, I think you might find it fascinating as well. It's one of those games with so many different paths and endings depending on your choices. But this... Hey, how do I start this again? Yeah, Danganronpa, I have not played that as well. Okay, so it's a visual novel, and our choices will determine if we survive the 100 Years' War. Well, I am in a weekly Pendragon game. I would have been defending Cambrai with a sword in my hand, and I would be happy to die. And you, hero, ready to die. Sword slash, neck, battered limbs. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, you're right, Matthew. October 18. I'm wondering if this game is claiming any historical authenticity. I have not experienced many of these. Okay, now we're seeing a trend here for how the women are dressed in this game. Without Deroche, their army will fall. Alright. So I didn't expect this kind of thing here. So you can actually die. Oh, Matthew, I've been wanting to play Valkyrie Elysium. Because my brother is a huge fan of Valkyrie Profile. So I've been wanting to play Valkyrie Elysium. Shadow, welcome in. Good evening. Are you having your morning coffee? We just finished Life as a Teen Exocolonist. If you are a fan of visual novel, RPG kind of games with lots of choices and people to date and a colony to save, I highly recommend playing it. Oh my god. Valkyrie Elysium. Thanks for this recommendation, Helds will roll. The one I wanted to show you, which just reminded me of, is the life and suffering of Sir Brandt. Check this out. I'm not sure if people have heard of this before. It's a narrative-driven, hardcore RPG set in a gritty world ruled by real but unrelenting gods. Set out on a challenging lifetime journey where every choice has a price and entails consequence. Will you become an inquisitor, a judge, or conspire against the old order? Dare to decide. You've played it, Vanoa? Okay, your spoiler-free recommendation. Is it worth going through this? Out of sequence narration, Valkyrie. Like, I've not played any of the Valkyrie games myself, so I'm hoping that. Well, actually, if it's not like you're mentioning something, Matthew, about you're not sure Valkyrie Elysium is on brand. We also had that. I think we had a few months where we were playing a lot of anime games, and it was pretty hilarious when, like, it is strange. We started playing a lot of anime games, and and like I think like someone, I remember someone came in and told us how like, ew, you're playing an anime game. It's for immature people and anime can't tell mature stories or whatever. And it is funny because that person was like ranting about it while we were playing Doki Doki Literature Club. And it was during the scene where Natsumi was basically talking about people like him and how they keep, like, how people like him say that manga is not real literature. And it's one of Natsumi's things in the games where she hides her manga because she's afraid of what people would think about her. That person never came back after that. It is just unfortunate, but that didn't stop me. I'm like, I freaking love Doki Doki, and I'm gonna keep playing anime games. Look, I play a wide variety of games, but to say that like anime is for, you know, it's like saying animation is for children, and you know, it's, I don't know if that person was trolling or if they legitimately believe that. Anyway, life and suffering for brands. Is it a Western game? Wait, Valkyrie. I remember Valkyrie Profiles like super anime, stylized like an anime from the Japanese development team. It is essentially like a JRPG, wasn't it? So while the mythology may be very Western in our eyes, it's from the perspective of a Japanese dev team, right? But yeah, Shadow, Doki Doki was great. I only played it for the first time this year. I avoided any spoilers of Doki Doki, like ever since it was freeware. Like for some reason, somehow I avoided everything about it. So I played it with not expecting anything at all, and what a ride it was. Well, yeah, if you want to get nuance, if you want to talk about the nuance of like the mythology, the like, what does it mean when we say, oh, it's an anime game? I think when I mentioned that, was thinking more on the I was thinking more aesthetically. Anyway, this is Life and Suffering of Sir Brant. If you have not played this, I know Vano has played it. You mentioned that it is generally fun. This was fascinating to me, but it's a lot of text, it's a lot of reading, so I thought maybe not something to stream.
Time has played out, but
it's gonna be an audiobook.
My life remains written on these pages. From my youth and my family, all through the peaceful years.
It's a Russian game? Okay, I did not know that.
My fate has always been my own. Every deed, every choice, and every person I met made me what I am. Could I have really taken a different path?
I took up my sword when I was just a little boy.
Brought up as a quiet and dutiful child, my unruly nature clashed with my parents' vision.
Nothing interested me more than military affairs and the laws of the Empire.
The pursuit of enlightenment was my only joy.
My tricks and my antics had become legendary. I saved a lowborn girl from certain death.
Not once have I questioned the divine design.
The insurgents accepted me into their ranks. Like my father before me, I had earned my mantle as a judge. The high society opened its doors to me.
Providence brought me into the fold. My faith guided others on the one true path.
Fight for the rights of the common folk have consumed me. I rallied the people to rebel against the old ways. Can I avert the downfall of our empire?
Teach forgiveness to the gods themselves?
Or burn the old order in the fire of rebellion?
Could I have taken a different path? Found a different calling? Altered the very course of history? And what price would I have to pay?
Okay, sorry, I did not know about the ties to what happens, especially after everything with Russia and in the war. Whenever it appears that this was made by Russian developers, what I tend to try and look for is, have they said anything, or like where do they stand? And we get something, and which is why I was pretty happy about Metro 2033, which I wouldn't shy away from playing Metro 2033, created by Dmitry Glukovsky. But Dmitry Glukovsky is literally wanted by the Russian government right now because he spoke out against the war. So I'm like, yeah, Metro's good in my books. At least the creator of Metro is okay in my books. But I know it's a touchy subject. I did not know that. Recommendation for Tuesdays, Eastward. Yeah, Metro's a Ukrainian game. I'm talking about the books. The book is supposed to be really good. I didn't get to finish it, but my friend keeps recommending it to me. The games were based in the books, and in the books, imagine writing the Metro novels and then being pro-invasion, pro-fascism, right? It is a really shitty situation, but it's like at least one of my favorite universes, the Metro universe. The creator behind that is like, no, fuck this. And now he's in hiding. I hope he's okay. Eastward is on my wish list for sure. Eastward was very attractive to me because of the style and the fact that the Switch version had a board game as part of its collector's edition. And the premise of it, like something about cooking, right? Is it? Or was that another game? Fight or Fry. Mix things up. Alfresco dining. Or maybe I was thinking about another game. But yeah, this is also on my wish list, and I'm thinking there's just so many things to play. How's it going, Nax Official? Oh, now you're reminding me of Battle Chef Brigade. Did I have this on Switch? Why isn't this on my wish list? I need to call this. This is insane. There's so many games that are on my wish list that I already forgot about. I should probably clean that out. Yeah, it was really complicated because a lot of things were caught in between there. It's so weird when I was playing Black Book. Black Book is from Russian developers, and the war happened right in the middle of our playthrough, and I was really considering like it's kind of weird that I'm streaming this game, like, but I eventually Slavic mythology does not belong to just one country. It is the region, the regions. So, and I don't know. It was just weird streaming that, but we were almost done with the playthrough, so I just finished it. There's no moment where this game is not like making you smile. Like, I just saw the art and I was already immediately sold. And of course, the premise of the game itself. I mean, look at that. Hunt for your ingredients. I think Lichcast, you mentioned like an anime, like about eating monsters. There's an anime about that. I'm not sure. Look, okay, I guess we're just gonna be adding stuff to the wish list now. I've not heard of Beacon Pines. Why is this so cute? Wait, this is in 2 days. Beacon Pines is a cute and creepy adventure game. Sneak out late, make new friends, uncover hidden truths, and collect words that'll change the course of fate. Who made this? Hiding Spot. What else did they make? This is their debut game on Steam. Fellow Traveler, however, the publisher. Oh, the publishers of Neocab. I also enjoyed Neocab. Neocab was hard for me because I guess they do have a content warning anyway, like abusive relationships, and I didn't stream it, like I played it on my own years ago, but it is just like reliving some pretty dark times. But I enjoy the game overall. Neocab overall is okay, but I think have you played it, Matthew? Have you finished Neocab? I think you know what I'm talking about in terms of the. I just felt so uncomfortable because it is like revisiting those memories. Oof. Sever Studio, they're quiet about the situation, silent support. It is such a difficult situation to consider that. It's like you say something and then they'll knock down your door and then throw you in the prison or something. But if you don't say anything, then you're implicitly like nothing's gonna happen. Like how do you live under such fear and oppression? It's just I can't. Like we play it all the time in video games, but it like being in that situation itself, it's like I really wouldn't know. Why do they look so adorable?
Wait, no, that's not how this is supposed to end. There has to be another way. We just need to find it.
Aww. Knack official, we did just finish Exocolonist. We finished our first playthrough. I'm really happy with it with Solana. So that's why we're just winding down. I'm not sure when I'm gonna end, but so I'm just looking at these games, adding it to the ever-growing wish list. But I really loved it. I'm not sure. I don't remember if you finished Exocolonist already, Knack, but I'm definitely gonna be going for multiple playthroughs. And off schedule, I will just be jumping in once in a while just to update people on my Exocolonist progress. But I was really happy with it overall. I really highly recommend it. But thank you for dropping in anyway, Knack. Though we are finished. I should probably like change the thing already to like just chatting. Or anyway. Feel a little puzzled and worried about how comfortable AAA games are depicting fascism, arc occupation, and pandemics. Yeah, it's Marvel Spider-Man featured a PMC hired by the mayor to take over New York. Oh yeah, I remember that part. I haven't finished Spider-Man because I lost my save. But I did get to that point when the mayor started to hire the PMCs, and then I was like, oh. Like, I get it, we get to fight against it. We get to change those worlds. And I mean, I'm privileged enough to be able to sit here and play those games and enjoy them for what they are, but it's tough. The reoccurrence is, I guess, yeah. What? The recurrence is a little worrying. Well, considering the events that we are surrounded by, they're definitely highlighted in a different way. Battlefield 2042. Still burned by that. Penguin! Library! Penguin books?
Welcome to Beacon Pines.
Why am I suddenly reminded of...
A place where things don't always go as expected.
What's that? It's a comic series about the Roanoke
But it's okay. We can figure this
cabin.
out together.
Girl Scouts. Crap, what comic is that? I loved it.
I don't yet know how this story ends, but I do know one thing. This is a story about change.
Beacon Pines. It's giving me... Lumberjanes! Oh my god, I couldn't forget the name. Yeah, they're Lumberjanes. For some reason, I had flashbacks to Lumberjanes. I was following it for a long while. I'm not sure where it is now. Yeah, Lumberjanes. For people who are wondering, I even got art by... I remember the Lumberjanes artist, I think, visited Asia Pop Comic Con. Or they visited the Philippines, and I was able to get art from them. But it is from Noel Stevenson. But eventually, I think Stevenson left the Lumberjanes team to do other stuff. But it's full of heart. I super love it. It's a comic series created by Shannon Waters, Grace Ellis, Gus Allen, and Noel Stevenson, and published via the Boombox imprint of Doom. So it's just it's just life in summer camp. I would love to this is prime material for TRPGs and visual novels. I'd love visual novels set in the Lumberjanes universe. But I don't know what's going on with that now. Wander Home. Is that the TRPG? Oh wait, that reminds me a thing that was uh date added. This I've been wanting to play this as well. It just came out. Wayward Strand.
So you're
This I think will. I think yesterday we were talking about what kind of story makes you cry easily. I think this will really have me tearing up. Wayward Strand is a heartfelt story told in a curious way. Hop aboard an airborne hospital and meet its fully voiced cast of eclectic characters. As time passes for everyone on board, explore the interwoven lines of the patients and staff. Discover something new on each and every playthrough. Wait, what? How did it get banned, Vanoa? I didn't get any notifications. Well, on the mod side, I didn't see any ban. Is this something that can't even circumvent? Weird. The messages I last saw from you. I mean, yeah, Dawn, now I remember Battlefield 2042. Then and then wow, my message got shadow banned. Those are the only things I saw. And then way before that, you checked social media and Sever about their stance on the war. Damn. That is weird. So Twitch just got rid of it.
so you're excited after all?
As if.
Oh well, my mistake. Now, your job is to go to each of the patients' rooms and spend some time with them. Got that?
Yep.
The name's Esther. What's yours?
Casey.
Casey. Very original. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go solve a mystery.
No, links are allowed. I made sure Cloudbot allowed
Is
links.
this you?
Oh yes, that's me. And the family.
Would you like some company?
Of course. Be warned, I am writing up a storm at the moment.
You weren't in the war?
We escaped. And myself.
I'm doing
This is
well.
giving me Spirit Fair
Well,
vibes.
experience, all right? Now, as you know, my room happens to be beside the nurse's station.
You were listening in on them. Got the picture.
We are to have a visitor.
Something's fishy, if you ask me.
I exhort you all to follow her every command as we prepare for tomorrow.
You both know the drill here. Regardless of what's going on.
Patience first.
Dr. Bashard?
What are you here for? Time to turn me sunny side up?
You think I'm trying to kill you?
You've been picking foxglove and slipping it down the dumbwaiter. Death by 1,000 slurps.
Director.
Mr.
Oh, so there's like a mystery going on?
That you talk.
I will speak with him about your case.
Thank you.
Thanks for finding the article,
How are you
Vanua.
finding your time on the ship?
I hear people talk about things, but I'm not sure
I
if
think
they're
I
on.
heard about
It's
this.
like the life of an older person.
Yeah, the skin.
Explains to us what's going on. We just have to piece it together as best we can.
Yeah, you know, like art doesn't exist in a vacuum. Games don't exist in a vacuum. We have to consider where and when it is coming out. Because, yes, we see these things reflected in such things. So I understand the. Oh. Oh, sorry. Like, I'm looking at Discord now. My Discord is on streamer mode, so I don't get notifications, but thank you for sharing that link as well. It's a no-clip video documentary about how a lawyer sacrificed his career to redevelop his Skyrim mod. I totally forgot. Forgotten City was originally a Skyrim mod. I never got to play it. Exactly. Art is even more than a skin. You're saying something based on what you include in that. So I do remember this. They're very insensitive of them. But they removed it, right? Like, what happened in the end? The use of the name was unintentional. You helped us to make a positive change. Unintentionally references real world issues, not isn't reflective of our team's values. Okay, very business and business-like and PR friendly. And that's it. Changing the name in a forthcoming update. So they just changed it. Okay. Yeah, that tank as well. Man. Well, I haven't heard anything good coming out of the Battlefield franchise for now. It's just, the times we live in. Yeah, it's that. All right. Well, that was Wayward Strand. That's something. It's only getting it's positive reviews right now. It seems quite interesting, so I might try that out. But there are a lot of stuff down the road. But again, thank you for all the suggestions. I'm sure we could keep this going all night and just end up with like 500 games in the wish list. True Australian flavor? Oh, it's a conventional narrative approach and it makes the environment, characters within it come alive. Taking approximately 7 years to develop? Holy crap. It's an experimental success and a great accolade for Australian indie developers. Interesting. All right. You know what? I feel like to actually wind down. Oh, that is also on my wish list because I wanted to get through all the Man of Medan stuff. I didn't wishlist the Quarry. Wait, why is it free?
Welcome to the show.
Oh, it's a trial version. You can buy the Quarry, but Dark Pictures, was it? Yeah, these ones, I was also interested in trying these out like over the course of October, but our October is going to be packed already. Okay. The Devil in Me. That's the newest one. Is it? Resident Evil playthrough? I do have 2 and 3. A group of documentary filmmakers is it's coming out on November 18. When is the RE4 the RE4 remake still next year, right? Or is that already or is it this year? When is the release date for RE4 remake? Pre-order now and get exclusive early access to the curator's cut? What's the curator's cut? Featuring new scenes playable from the other character's perspective with brand new choices and decisions to make. Oh, it's early access to the... Okay, I was thinking, is it locked behind the pre-order? No, it's just early access to it, so no problem. March 2023. Got it. Oh, right. The Resident Evil... The thing that features the daughter, right?
Hey now, think positive.
Is it here already? Not yet. Trauma pack, extra content. I guess it's not listed yet. Weird. Oh yeah, Village was fun. We did stream Village. Winter's expansion. Is this it? Yeah, this is the one. Third person mode, Shadow of Rose, new scenario starring a grown-up Rose. Yeah, this one. All right. October 28th. That's the same day as Bayonetta. So I'm going to be prioritizing Bayonetta. Speaking of Resident Evil as well, Dead by Daylight, I'm still tempted by the Wesker expansion. Like, did anyone play Dead by... Is it worth getting into? Oh, for sure. I freaking love Bayonetta. So I'm super glad that she's making a return. And we're definitely going to be playing that. Freaking love that series. What if a woman pretended to be a drag queen? I freaking love Bayonetta, everything about her. And it's also a really fun game to play. So that's what we're going to be playing on October 28th. We are going to be celebrating Halloween in a witchy style, thanks to Bayonetta. Though I do want to find this, for sure. I want to play this. We'll find the time too, because Village was a surprisingly fun experience as well. Okay. Oh, yep. The poses and everything. It's just amazing. Dead by Daylight might be worth getting into, but personal opinion is that I would say it's too toxic. Well, you know, PvP communities, online competitive shooters, and any online competitive game, you'll get that kind of toxicity. All right. I think I want to just start off and just see what a new game is like. I'm not sleepy yet. I want to see if anything changes. A good group to hang out with. Yeah, and also, I just find it easy to ignore. I just find it super easy to ignore. Well, I grew up like playing Counter-Strike. Okay, I grew up playing a lot of competitive shooters. Eventually I was able to just not pay any heed to all that. You know, I'm just there trying to make my team win, do my best. But it has been a while. Okay, let's consider this like a teaser for whenever I pop in. Timing situation, that's right. And we already have the option to skip the scene text, so we're good. Run in background on. Okay, we're good. Hey, you. Yeah, you. You're finally awake. We got the achievement, Wake Up Again. This game deals with mature subjects and may not be suitable for all players. Please see our content warnings in the system menu for a detailed list of themes and events. This again. So I guess just not skipping this. I thought it's supposed to skip text we've seen already. Or maybe not for the intro. And we're dead. Here we go again. You were born in the Stratospheric, Earth's first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Same thing. What do we do? Solana say Solane? Or do I just maintain Solana for subsequent playthroughs? Like, keep that as the control variable. I think I'll keep it as a control variable. Yeah, I think we're gonna go control variable here. And then just make different choices. But we are still Solana. It's gonna be hard for me to like call myself by another name. So, Solana. Are these the same sliders that I had? I think so. My favorite present is... Okay, well, how do we wanna... What do I wanna do different now? What did I do last time? I don't remember this actually. Yeah, it seems to be... It is new! It's like I was wondering, I don't remember this. Yeah, the fire looks like fire, but when you reach out to touch it, all you get is a handful of icing. Yummy. Your favorite present is... Oh, you get a card already. How do I want to play this, Solana? Learning tablet. Hal does science, which is what runs the ship. So somehow my first Solana ended up being strength and social based. And it's only later in life that they ended up becoming more inclined to studying. So again, our journey has just begun. We're not sure what's gonna happen. Hal does science, which is what runs the ship. He also teaches the older kids. The tablet has some games that teach math using pictures. And it has lots of letters you can't read yet. I'm guessing this is all new. So from as early as you can remember, you've had vivid dreams every night. You dream about strangers who seem so familiar, and wide open spaces very different from the stratospheric. Sometimes the dreams are bad, and it makes you scared to go to sleep. So every night before lights out, your dad tells you a bedtime story. This is also new. You often ask for Tales of Earth, a place you've only seen in holovids. Your dad doesn't want to talk about it. How about we save that for another time, he'll say. Or maybe when you're older. Made up. Sir Knight and the Princess Petticoats. Superhero Justice Warriors. Future Dogs and the Space Cadets. Sir Knight and Princess Petticoats. It just sounded cool. There were so much better... Things were so much better back in medieval Earth. When men fought dragons and women were so beautiful that unicorns came to help them if they were ever in trouble. Actually, that happens to Ciri. Is that a thing? Now I know this literally happens to Ciri in the Witcher books. Everything was so romantic, but the Witcher books are heavily inspired by Arthurian mythology. So I'm not sure if that's where it comes from. Everything was so romantic and natural and perfect. You hope Vertumna will be like this. I don't know, Zen. You can't stop me. I'm gonna go through the second playthrough whether you like it or not. You know, I should change the title, Zen. I was actually not supposed to start it, but I felt like, no, I feel like starting it. And I'm not sleepy yet, so we're gonna do it. Yeah, what happened in the first playthrough? Solana ended up as a lawyer. We were able to take over the government and put Marzipan in charge of the colony. So I've been helping Marzipan out as a lawyer and as a leader of the opposition. The SFC, because the SFC ended up becoming the de facto political party, and but glow season kept happening. The colony just learned to survive it. So still a lot of loose ends. We also met Sim. We also met a gardener. We met a native of this planet, as far as we could tell. Wasn't able to get to know Sim, but I feel like Sim could have answered a lot of questions that we have still. So there's still a bigger mystery. And we're here. We're going to wind down with the beginning of the second playthrough. We're going to see if we can save Tammy, as Vano has suggested. But I'm pretty happy with the first playthrough. It's very memorable. But this is new right now. We're going to start off with a few cards now. Everything was so romantic and natural and perfect. You hope Vertumna will be like this. Every child in the stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. So now I'm going to start to go a bit more meta in this. Calm temperament was crazy augment, chat. Like more actions if we really want to. But super strength, what's super strength do? It's just 5 card. Oh, it gives you a card to start with. But what does it exactly do? Okay, what should the second life of Solana have, chat? +1 to physical gain. So far we already have a learning tablet and tradition. So this Solana is like learning tablet, and we're reading a lot of storybooks and watching a lot of holovids about knights and princesses and courtly love and all that. That's where this card comes from. Also stat bonus flat out and skill increase. Ditzy, welcome in. Have you finished your playthrough yet? Last we left you, you mentioned that you already bought this game, but thank you for lurking, Ditzy. We are starting a second life. So I guess well, now we're gonna be open about spoilers because I should really update this info. Okay, I'm gonna have to remove the no spoilers tag because we're in our second playthrough. So welcome in, Ditzy. Thank you for lurking. But we finished our first playthrough, so now I'm gonna be like, let's just talk about everything openly. So I'm gonna remove the no spoilers tag. I'm gonna change this into second playthrough. You don't know the game yet? Oh, if you ever get the chance to, Ditzy, I highly recommend it. I was very happy with her. You know, I'm already good even with just one playthrough. It is already a great experience for me. I felt like I already got my money's worth. But here we are, just jumping into the second one. A Filmmaker second playthrough of I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Why not? Second playthrough. I can't add tags while I'm live. Okay, that's weird. And I can't finish this up, so I have to edit the info again. Alright, I removed that. We're good. I updated it. Alright, this officially begins our, well, second playthrough. I'm actually not sure if I wanna like meta things now. Should I? Why not? So Eagle Eyes is perception, and you recommended like going what are you saying? You're recommending getting 100 perception so you can speed run some zones. That's also something we can do. Friend with this, or aim to get 20 toughness or 20 bravery ASAP. And then explore as much as you can. Alright, so we're gonna go exploring even more. That's what we didn't do much of last time. So I think Eagle Eyes would help. Oh, perception will come naturally and very quick. So super strength? If we're going to be exploring a lot? Or is that really important? Like, or is it more about the, is it really just more about the actions we do? And for this, it's a lot more flavor. Especially with, oh yeah, use of heroic. That is true. And now we know that we want to be fully rested by the beginning and make sure that we get in there and become heroic. So we also want, yeah, bravery and toughness. So we're going down a very similar path. But this time, since this Solana, she's going to go full on Explorer, Night Monster Slayer mode. She watched too many holovids in her learning tablet. Her dad kept telling her stories about knights and dragons and mages and all that. So let's go with super strength. Uncle Tonin says it's a lazy person's dream. Eat whatever you want, don't exercise at all, and still look like you spend all day at the gym. Not bad. You're incredibly strong for your age, but you go easy on your friend. This. Or Tangent. I guess this and I, for this life, we share that adventurous spirit, right? Because I remember this also had books about dragons and stuff. So it makes sense. But if we're trying to... we can save Tammy without having to be her best friend. I want an augment, Ditzy, but still, what the augment I really want is Tangent's augment. Basically, you can function on less sleep. So like you just need 3 hours of sleep a day and you're good. Still, for me, one of the best augs. This loves to find places on the ship that nobody else knows about. He's smaller than the other kids, so he can get up into the bulkheads. You know where he likes to go when he wants to be alone. The lights are dimmed for the night cycle when you realize that you didn't see this at dinner or at the Crash Holovid night. Auntie Sedent must have realized too. She's constantly checking her holopalm and anxiously typing messages. The light is distracting you from the holovid. This sister, Tangent, is not worried. She says he always does this. You know that's true, but skipping dinner? Maybe something's wrong. Tell them where he is, cover for him, go find him. Ooh, we got perception already and friendship with this. Tang's augment, like, you have to eat a lot, sure. But the benefits of that aug of Tang, man. You find him curled up in the empty storage closet beside the compost nutrient extraction room. It actually smells really nice, like freshly crushed tomato leaves. He grudgingly agrees to come back to the creche. Something must have happened to make him quieter than usual, but he doesn't want to talk about it. Wonder if he's getting bullied already. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Hal says it's like a doorway to other star systems, with the planet Vertubna 4 on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble, then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods just in case. Single file, everyone. Aw, it's Professor Hal. It's just strange, like, you're named after halitosis. The only thing I know about halitosis is the perpetual bad breath, if that's what Hal is supposed to be named after. He was near the composter. I wonder if someone passed away. At least he didn't slip into the composter. I really don't want Tang augment. Ah, okay, I saw that. Try to slip away. Look, I'm a knight. I'm a knight. Professor Hal grabs you by the scruff of your neck. Nope, sorry Solana, this is no time to play around. You'll have to come with the rest of the class. Aww. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's gonna be fine, Solana, your dad soothes. Hi, Dad. Second life, Dad. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Red emergency lights switch on as a siren begins to sound somewhere distant in the ship. You try to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out the porthole. The stars are gone! Now this is familiar. When you're frightened, you try to be brave for others. I'll protect you. I am Sir Solana. Oh, I got friendship with Tangent? Sometimes you pretend to be confident so the people around you will be less scared. You look over at your classmate Tang and realize she's doing the same thing. She gives you a hard smile. You return it and keep focusing on your breathing. I guess this playthrough is going to be focused on the Tang and Dis family. You wait. The shaking builds. Then everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arms impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? Remember how people on the horizon went splat? You hear the distant, ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything's going to be okay. The shuddering reaches crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall head first. You black out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once, and more than just one tomorrow. Lots of them. Different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place that you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger, grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not gonna let you miss this. Did this happen in my first life? Distantly, you can feel the ship shaking has stopped and hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You need some things for there to be other options? Well, I guess we're still discovering things, Vanoa. Like, people haven't seen that lawyer ending with a rebel thing. With a leader of the opposition, specifically. So that is pretty cool. You drift. Congratulations, second playthrough. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the med bay. Med bay under you plays a soft tone and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. They may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus in the window. Something is definitely different. What did I choose last time? Sunlight? No, I said trees! Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. It's not working. Maybe after... Is it supposed to start skipping now, Vanoa? Maybe it's just the intro. Let's keep going. Okay. This is new though. We didn't click trees. So you peer out and see field... No, we already saw this. Glass wall domes and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere and people walking around outside on the ground. You better go out there and join them. So this is us, childhood memories. Childhood friend is this. We are super strong. We are going to rush outside to start your new life. Let's check. Oh, Tammy. Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters. What's this? Does that mean you can like close it? You're awake. Are you all better? You better go to see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. Aw, Tammy. To walk, click to the ground. Click on the characters. Oh. I'm gonna click here. Ah! It's Skip! Vano at Skip. I would go with you, but, well, this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed, Tammy stammers, blushing. It's scary outside. Wait, did it skip? Let me double check. Let's talk to someone. Wow, to see the colony again. See, okay, the intro does not seem to skip. Let's see what happens when you talk to Dad. Solana! Your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Ah! Previously seen. Yes! Time to choose differently. Ah, you love your dad. He tells you all the good stories. Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratosphere from the outside except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two and parts taken off to form other buildings. And of course it doesn't skip the one where there's a choice. So just to give you more context, the alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. Daddy, what's outside the walls? Oh, don't worry about that, my dear aubergine, he says. Nothing that could hurt you. We just don't want you getting lost in the big, big world out there. Happy birthday! She shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what is in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about the package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun your dad made by hand. Open the package. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined, as you dreamed. A feeling of panic rises in your throat. Your hand shakes. But how? I have a question for that as well. Your dad notices. Are you okay, Solana? He snaps his fingers. Dr. Instant shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes those sleeping meds take a while to wear off. They might make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Maybe that's all it is. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Solana, he says, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed and... He stops himself. The hydroponics thing. Don't worry, you're going to fix it, your mother and I. Professor Hal is expecting you in classes if you're feeling up to it. Your dad says, pointing west at the engineering wing in the rear end of the bisected ship. We already saw this. We'll talk later tonight. Have a wonderful birthday, Solana. Love you too, Dad. To enter buildings. 13 months a year. You only have time to focus on a few things. Done. That's this. And all the kids. Let's meet them. Breaking you from your daydream, this whispers, I think there are monsters out there. My dad says there's nothing bad out there. Loyalty. Maybe, Des mumbles. He doesn't look convinced. He looks down at his feet. If you believe everything they say, I guess you should go to school now, like a good girl, he sneers. You shake the vision from your head. It is just a dream. Your dad just told you there's nothing to be afraid of. This who? Oh, where's Tammy? Your foggy head clears a little. Nem is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded around you. Oh, we already saw this. See you later. Now that I see you first, Anemone says, flashing you a peace sign. Hey, maybe see you in class. Oh, right, you should probably go to class. Like your mom said, you kids are expected to manage your own schedules, so you don't have to if you don't feel up to it. But it's not a bad idea. What did you say again, Vanoa? We want to get this, friend with this, 20 toughness, 20 bravery. Ah, so as you are friend with this, there's no need for 20 toughness, 20 bravery. This will just let you out. Ah, okay. Because we want to explore as soon as possible. What should we study? Last time we didn't get engineering. But I also want to be able to calm down this. And for that, we needed persuasion. I remember that moment when this was in trouble and we couldn't. Because, like, we couldn't do options because we were low on persuasion. So I feel like that's something we should prioritize. But then we also want to get close to Tang. So we need reasoning for that. Man. I need biology. If we're gonna explore, I guess. Right, food shortage. Thanks for that. We're gonna need that because we're gonna end a food shortage and eventually shimmer cure. Yes. Yep, shimmer is still a thing. You're right. Life sciences was the missing piece literally the missing piece. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologists and up-and-coming chemists. Professor Hal welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon, we'll learn what I like to call the wet sciences. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. You learn a little bit of everything with opportunities for further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for engineering classes. I want to see the outside night with this. Fisher, thank you so much for hanging out. It is great to have you on this playthrough. And on this one as well. I had so much fun playing. It is so much more fun with all of you there in chat. This Exocolonist playthrough. I really love it. So we'll be seeing you around, Fisher. Don't be a stranger now. And Zen, yes, we are going to the outside. We're gonna spend our more time outside. But sleep well, Fisher. Don't push it. For today's lesson, Professor Hal tells you we'll start with a fun group project. You'll be studying the mush tree, a prominent natural resource native to Vertumna. In the ideal conditions, it can grow at a speed of over 1 meter a day and add a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. He stands up on his tiptoes and gestures to illustrate. Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions. 1 meter a day, holy crap. You're teamed up with Tang and Cal and are given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest is up to you. Tang looks up, surveyor's notes in the holonet. Mush trees, she reads, are most abundant south of the colony of the stormy, moist regions of the subaqueous swamp. What if we used water instead of soil? Cal suggests, like you do with hydroponics. Tang nods. If they like wet weather, that might work. Solana, do you have any suggestions? Lower the water's acidity level? Put it under a bright grow light? Sing to it daily? Run an electric current through it? Lower the water's pH? You fill the bucket with water and add sparked snow crystal. These are sometimes left over at the end of quiet season. They're mildly acidic, which means they should lower the pH of the water. Every day, you rush into the classroom to check on its progress. At first, there's nothing, but by midweek, your little mush tree shoots sprout up and starts its journey. In the end, yours is in the middle of the pack. Seeing as mush trees don't usually grow where there's spark snow, you're able to conclude that they probably don't like acid. I'm stupid! I erased the acidic content of the water. My augment super strength, not intelligence. Man, look at these baby cards. Yeah, that plant. No! Okay. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? Let's get to Delusions card. This has all happened before. You tell them how you knew about the medallion your dad made before you saw it, because you've dreamed about it when you were a kid. The more you speak, the harder it is to stop. You tell them about all the things you thought were just dreams, and how they've started to come true ever since you landed on Vertumna. You keep remembering stuff about that's about to happen, and it's also weird and confusing. Honey, your mom interrupts you. I know you've been under a lot of stress. We all have. She sighs and gives your dad a concerned look. He shrugs helplessly, and then I'm like, Mom, you died. You worked yourself too hard in the fields, and we found you dead. And Dad, the shimmer, there was growth, and you just... I'm so sorry we haven't been there for you, she continues. But is it possible you think you might be making this up to get attention? I swear to you, this is real! You try to stay calm and explain, but you keep talking faster and faster. Before long, your breath is coming in hiccups and you start to cry uncontrollably. Your parents don't know what to say. All they can do is hold you tight and stroke your head. Of course they don't believe you, and you can't think of a way to prove it to them. When you've calmed down a bit, you hear them talking quietly to each other over your head. She did have a bad concussion. Maybe there was permanent damage. What if our baby... They look so anxious and pained now. You feel even worse than before. Yay, great start to the playthrough. They insist you go back to see Dr. Instance for a checkup and take you there immediately. You end up spending another month in medbay. Dr. Instance insists on giving you sleeping medicine that makes you drowsy, but at least you aren't just asleep the entire time like before. She takes a lot of health readings. You take notes too and learn a bit more about medicine. Hey, biology. Because there's nothing else to do. It's boring and stressful at the same time. Wow, I already maxed out my stress. And we just started the game. Your parents come to visit you in the evening, but nobody wants to talk about the dreams or memories or whatever they are. Or were. You've been sleeping deeply with this medicine. So at least you haven't had that remembering feeling in a while. When you try to bring the subject up, Dr. Instance always says you should get some rest and tells the medbed to give you more sleeping drugs. Oh no, this Solana's going crazy. You feel trapped and helpless. Days blur into one another in a haze of sleep. In your lucid moments, you look longingly through the windows at the colony, bustling with the first excitement of life on a new planet. You realize that no one will believe you if you keep talking about living past lives. Or worse, you'll end up here again, wasting all your time sleeping. If you really are living this life over and over again, time is something you can't waste. You need to figure out what's happening. There's the achievement called No More Dreams. We'll finally have no more dreams. After a month of enforced rest, Dr. Instance says she can see nothing wrong with you and that you simply be feeling the effects of stress. You just need to take it easy, my little tomato, your dad tells you. Landing on Vertumna has been a big change for all of us. It's natural to feel anxious and act out. Your mom looks disappointed, but tells you she loves you. I'm feeling much better now. And come by Geoponics. We could use your help. Okay. Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick. Or that you're sick and need to go to med bay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? Because secret powers are fun. It's just like the stories. You start keeping a private journal on your holopalm, recording the events where you remember something before it happens. You also write down your dreams when they have that feeling of being real. You like the idea of being magic and seeing the future. But some of those dreams are very scary. You hope that, like Professor Hal's hash browns, they don't all come true. What's wrong with Hal's hash browns? Speedrun. Oh, okay. Tangent is hunched over a holopalm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Hal wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog in the colony HoloNet, but I can't find it anywhere. Oh, I want to get... Like, how do I do this? Like, I already know I did this. You know, I'm compelled to never choose or almost never choose a check mark. But sometimes I know it like leads to a bonus relationship with Tang or something. This is the second playthrough. We want to see as much new things as we can. And perhaps avert some of the major disasters. But while still trying to experiment with all the new stuff. And I'm gonna embody this knightly Solana right now. Plants? Have you tried looking outside? She looks down, then up, and squints her eyes at you. Was that a joke? Well, it's not funny, Solana. I need to finish this bio assignment so I can start on the engineering lab after lunch, and then I have a physics quiz to study for. She rolls her eyes. If you won't help, go kick a ball or something with the other kids. See, I'm sad now. As you inch away, Tangent has already forgotten about you and is back to her holopalm. Anemone's bumping a sports ball with her wrists, trying to keep it in the air. Heads up! I don't have toughness. Bounce it back. Look out! A ball is flying toward you! You flinch and jump out of the sports ball's way as it careens past your head. Whoa, that is close. Anemone doubles over laughing. Nice save, Solana! She giggles, jogging over to pick up the ball. Not! Want me to show you how to do it? In this timeline, do we like sports ball? I want to help them. Okay, fine. Oh, he's talking about the brother. He's so great, he says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Alright, that's a sports ball. That's my friend, this. I'm brave enough. Bravery 20. So we want bravery, right? Cal is running around the geoponics garden on his hoverboard. Hi, Solana. Real ground is way harder to hover. I remember this. There are bumps everywhere. Maybe hoverboards don't work outside? Oh, they totally do. I've been all over the place on this thing. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this, it's a skate bowl. Man, okay, I said I'm gonna be trying new things. What now? I guess this is Solana, like, knowing what already happened, now she's thinking, can I change fate by doing something else? What now? Like it's all round and the sides go up. Cal gestures to the bowl so you can do hover tricks. He jumps on his board and shows you how it's done. Can I try it? Sure, but please be careful. Mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed and down one side to come back up the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard just staying on the board with this uneven ground, but it's still fun. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. Okay. Good. Mars claps. She's probably just down the hill near our quarters. Mars sighs. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. Oh, another dialogue. Oh, I don't have them yet. Then what are you doing here? She's right down the hill, at the other end of the ship. Mars points towards Tammy, who's staring obliviously at the sky. Fine, fine. This is another timeline. Tammy's staring obliviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She startles as you approach. Oh, hello, Solana, she says, putting her hand to her chest. Do you need something? I'm here for Mars's soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. She hands you a box wrapped in a pink and yellow scarf. One order of mango soy sweets, made fresh this morning, she says. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some for kudos to nanoprint it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares too. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, you used to play with her. Tammy had the best doll collection. After her mom died, her dad used all of his nanoprinter creds to print her a different doll every month for a whole year. Her ears perk up, and when she sees you, oh, hello, Solana, she says. Her voice is soft and dreamy, like a beam of starlight. Do you want to play dolls? I sure do. Thanks for the Tivanua. Let's shovel dirt. Toughness and shoveling dirt. Did I get that achievement though? What achievements do I have? Pet your pet. Own 4 different pets at once. I had 4 different pets? Why did that achievement unlock? Meet Sim the Gardener. Win 10 card games in a row in hard mode. I didn't even know I was in hard mode. And then we got that achievement. Win 10 card games in a row in hard mode. And it's only you guys who caught it. It's like, oh shit, you're in hard mode. Like, whoops. It's a bug. Like, yeah, I didn't get the 2 other pets. I only got the last playthrough, Zen. I only got 2 pets. So I got a free achievement for some reason. You don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls. If anything, she has even more of them now. She takes you to her quarters and brings out the entire Spacey Stacy doll collection. A disturbingly realistic baby with real bowel movements. And 2 super fancy posable dolls named Lily and Tilly who can be programmed to move on their own. That's kind of cute. Not creepy at all. Tammy isn't very good at the programming, so Lily and Tilly just roll around awkwardly when you turn them on. You cover quickly by saying that they must be breakdancing at a club. The 2 of you spend the afternoon making up stories of their rise to stardom as professional dancers. That is so wholesome. Pet card shouldn't duplicate. It must upgrade. We upgraded it to... that's how we got it. Because we got Vriki 1, Vriki 2, Vriki 3, and Hopeye 1. So that's 4. Mars puts her hand out expectantly. Give it here. What do I want to do with this? let's make the Solana a bit more mischievous. I ate them. You did what? Mars shrieks. Those are mine! Tabby made them for me! She crosses her arms and huffs at you. I knew you wouldn't be good at delivery, she says. That's what I told Administrator Seek. I should have saved. Mars gestures to the door behind her. I think they're still looking for delivery people if you want to make it up to me. Tell Seek I referred you. Just try not to eat your next delivery, nullhead. Where's my cursor? I lost my cursor. Damn it, there it is. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know? No, I'm good. What have you been up to today? Staying in. It's cold out there. Oh, this is nothing. Back on Earth, it could get cold. It could get so cold your nose could freeze off. 20, 30 below. This is hardly even chilly. We were sure spoiled by the stratosphere's perfectly regulated climate, but it was a natural. He takes a deep breath. This is how people were meant to live in the great outdoors, with seasons. You frown at him suspiciously, hugging your arms to your chest to keep warm. Your dad laughs. You'll get used to it, kiddo. What do I do now? Can I save Tammy already? You mentioned toughness, right? It's not the time yet? Okay, what can we do? So toughness and bravery. I'm gonna get that. Resting? Oh. But we can do one more action. +1 friendship with Tammy. Yeah, let's be friends with Tammy. It's nice to take some time off to chill after all the stress of school and work, not to mention the mental toll of just living on this unpredictable planet. Some of the other kids are relaxing. Join Cal and Tammy. Sit alone with your homo palm. Nah. Join Cal and Tammy. Cal is braiding Tammy's long hair and weaving in strands of little colored bubbles. This one's called a waterfall braid, I think, he says. I saw it in an archive vid, but it's really tricky. He's doing a oh no, Creativity 15. He's doing a terrible job of it. His short, clumsy fingers getting all tangled in the strands. I'll do Cal's hair. You sit behind him as he sits behind her, like a mini conga line. You braid some short strands of Cal's hair, putting one of the little bobbles at the end of each one. He finishes Tammy's hair. It's almost recognizable as a waterfall braid, then touches his own braid and giggles. Now we'll do yours, they shout in unison. You jokingly try to escape, but Cal sits on your legs while Tammy gives you a beautiful braid. Aww. Alright. Egg. Okay, we have dialogue with this. This is sitting in the grass near the big gates lead out to the jungle. He's just staring out at the nothingness. We already saw this scene, so I don't want to... As much as possible, I don't want to repeat things. Are you okay? I am Sir Solana, and I can help you with any problems. Or do you want to play a game? Let's go, are you okay? This glances up at you. He sees your look of honest concern, which seems to make him angry. He frowns in disgust. That's such a stupid question, he mutters. Why do people keep asking me that? I'm just trying to be nice. You feel defensive. Why is this always like this? You remember at his 8th birthday party, this was acting like this. When Anemone asked him what was wrong, he just started crying and ran into the bathroom. Then he wouldn't come out. Everybody had to leave early and he didn't even get cake. The next year, he refused to even have a party, so nobody got cake then either. Do you want to play a game? He draws his knees up under his chin. Not really, he mumbles into his sleeve. We could build a fort. We could build a castle. No, he speaks more firmly this time. I just want to be alone. Well, I screw that up. I can register for engineering class? Eh? Oh, I could already register for engineering class. Let's dig dirt. Toughness and friendship with Cal. Some are so delicate, you have to spray off, shovel dirt. Let's get to work. Get to work. Looking for more difficulty? This is harder card challenges optional, keep you on your toes. Want to focus on the story? This will replace future mini-games with quick coin flip based on your agent's skills. Do you actually recommend this? The coin flip based on skills? Or should I keep card challenges on? I see. Yeah, coin flips are... You don't have control over that. Delusions. What have we done? I could use the Xeno egg on this, but it's gonna turn red. And 000011. Oh well. Oh. You wake from an afternoon nap. The dream you're in is one you've had many times. The air is strangely pink and fluffy, kind of sticky, and you have to push your way through it. It feels like every step takes an eternity. You push through the pink cloud and emerge into the children's creche. Ah, this is the one you're talking about, Vanua. A room you know well, to see your friend Tammy sitting before an enormous bear made of pure light. It lunges at her, through her, and she collapses to the ground like a fainting fairy tale princess. You wake with your heart racing. Tammy's leaning over you, where you've been sleeping in a nest of pillows. She shakes your shoulder gently. Oh, I'm sorry, Solana, she says as if speaking to a small child. I think you're having a nightmare. Are you okay? Are you? Nothing bad happened in the dream, but to feel sick with dread. Tammy skips off toward the crash, humming to herself. You feel groggy and need a minute to clear your head. That dream. Forget dreams. Get that candy. Wait, go save Tammy. You sprint down the hall to the children's creche. Now I get it, Vanua. It's like, nah, that's where it's exactly from. Candy or Save Tammy, my god. This is, I guess, the moment of Solana as a superhero, as a knight in shining armor, that she probably really think, wow, I really do have superpower. I really do have superpower. So she's gonna boost her confidence a lot. You sprint down the hall to the children's creche, where the little kids play and learn during the day. It's empty. All the younger kids are probably off eating candy with Auntie Sedent. You spot Tammy tidying up some drawing supplies near the crafts bin. Above her, a hollow projector displays an enormous floating teddy bear made of purple light. It bobs silently in the air. Mr. Bearsworth. A decade of happy memories, playing with it, flashing through your mind in an instant. Tammy stands up on her toes and reaches for the switch to turn it off. You slam into her, knocking her off her feet onto the ground. At the same moment, the hollow projector sparks and explodes. The bear disappears, and the whole room goes dark. The next, we can try to save halitosis. If you can even save Professor Hal. The princess and the bear. We got an achievement. In the dim emergency light, you see Tammy's eyes wide with surprise and fear. She sits up and rubs your elbow, staring at you. This is so awesome. It's like the achievement also, the princess and the bride. And again, now I'm just like coming up with stories in my head. Like in Solana, growing up with stories of being a knight, and then meet in superheroes, and then thinking of like my powers of premonition as like superpowers. And now it's like, I'm a superhero. Sorry. Are you hurt, Tammy? It's okay, she sniffles, looking like she might start crying. Why did you do that? Owie! Will she even believe me? I just saved your life. My life? She says. She peers into the dark room, looking even more frightened. I think Solana at this time, she's like 10 years old, and I saw this in a dream, and she's going, how? You try to explain that the hollow projector was going to shock her, but she doesn't seem to understand. What? How? But it's Mr. Bearsworth, she says. It's just a toy. But then I bet Solana 2 is like, but I dreamt it, and it happened, and I have a superpower. I can see the future. She doesn't believe you, but that's okay. You're just happy that you followed your dream and got here in time. You decide not to mention the dream since she seems weirded out already. I have superpowers. I'm convinced. After a minute, the lights come back on. The projector is dead. A thin trickle of stinky smoke coming from the base. Don't worry, Tammy says, brightening as she gets to her feet. Professor Hal can fix it. He can fix anything. By the time you find the professor and finish cleaning up, you've forgotten all about the pink candy in the cafeteria. I'm thinking of the meme Banoa, whew, you pressed the right button. Yeah, we saved Tammy. This is truly another timeline. Heck yeah. Now we get to know Tammy. Let's talk to Tammy. Then I want to keep playing, but I'm probably gonna have to call it a night. I do have to catch up on some stuff, but thank you for the suggestion. It just felt good. Like, now it's like I kind of have an idea now if I want to play this second playthrough. It's just, how far can Solana's delusions of, you know, knightly heroism with powers of seeing the future, how far can we push that? So this timeline is Super Night Solana. Super Solana. Tammy is sitting down in the grass with a baby on her lap. They're playing nicely with some flowers or a strand of the beads in Tammy's hair or something. Tammy keeps gently removing her hair from the baby's mouth. Oh, Solana, she giggles as you join her. Aren't babies the best? If there are so many new babies in the creche, you'd think we were starting a colony or something. Tammy laughs. But the parents are too busy doing other work and somebody needs to take care of the little ones. She looks down lovingly to the baby, who is now sucking on part of her skirt, getting it good and damp with baby drool. You could help too. It would be fun. This is new. Unlocked babysitting. Babysitting is limited time job that raises empathy. They're rare. I'm gonna go babysitting. I want to now that we saved Tammy. I think it's also a nice place to pause the stream because now this is like, boom. We used our power of the previous, like remembering our previous life to save Tammy and change this timeline. Now this timeline is going to go totally different because we simply shoved Tammy out of the way at the right time. Chaos Theory is going to take this the rest of the way. And now we have no idea how things are going to end the second time around. But now we can try to save things. But thank you for those tips, Vanoa. I will make the most out of babysitting, raise that empathy, get that toughness and bravery out. Because you suggested also exploring more. So eventually perception to 100 so we can just speed run exploration events, get to know Sim, and a lot more stuff. It's a lot to keep track of, actually. The baby chooses this moment to spit up a big puddle of pale yellow liquid onto Tammy's dress. Oopsie. Tammy coos and picks the baby up. Then she holds them out toward you. Could you take them for a minute while I find a towel, Solana? The baby hiccups and rolls their eyes. They still look a little queasy to you. Of course. Yup, it's just crazy, Vanoa. And it's so great that I was able to meet all of you through this Exocolonist thing. It's so good. +1 to Tammy's confidence. Oh. You hold the baby against your shoulder and pat their back the way you've seen parents do sometimes. They let out a satisfying loud belch, and you feel a trickle of liquid run down your back. But you don't care. Because there's nothing better than that fresh baby smell. That is true though. Somehow, babies just smell good. Even their spit smells good. Before they grow up and get all the germs and the bacteria and then the bad breath comes in, it's, enjoy it while it lasts. You decide you might take Tammy up on that babysitting job. Alright, I'm gonna save this. How do I denote this as a maybe playthrough 2, game 1? Is that easy to remember? I guess. And multiple playthroughs? Definitely. And perhaps I'll share some of my findings on Discord or the next time I stream this. But I'm gonna have to pause it here. I have to take care of a few things for and speaking of the thing I'm taking care of, I might not be able to stream on Thursday and Saturday. I have a meeting later. Yeah, a meeting later to discuss the finer details about some events coverage thing I have to do. So it's gonna be a while. It's been a while since I started. I filmed anything, so I welcome the work, and it's gonna be nice to get back out there and start shooting again, even if it's just events coverage. I'm gonna try to make the most out of it. So I might not be available on Thursday and Saturday. Most likely not available on Thursday and Saturday. I'm gonna find more time to stream and make up for that, but I'm glad I was able to finish this week. And it's just a feel good. The game just feels good. It feels good to play. Like, Vertumnia is now like a second home, a second virtual home. And I really want to get to know more about these characters. So I may, if I feel like it, I may just play it. So I can't guarantee I'm going to capture everything on stream. I'm going to feel it out. But I might just play it in my own time as well if I'm feeling the itch to play. So, but you will be seeing me around more, and I do want to keep people abreast of the situation here. Perhaps even another stream, I'll just talk about how Solana is doing. And of course, since I'm okay now with spoilers for Exocolonist, I'd also love to hear more about everyone's experiences, especially you guys who have done your 5th and 6th playthrough already. You're all crazy. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get up to that, but now I see why. Now I see why. There's so much left unexplored. It's not just some slight variations, it's entire chains of stories. Because that's what compels me to do more playthroughs. Because we did not see entire swaths of content, right? So I get it. Now I get it. So this was our life as a teenage exocolonist. We can officially say that I was a teenage exocolonist. Roll credits. This has been Solana. We have finished one life, and there's plenty more. So I'm super grateful. Thanks to this game, I also met some great people over here. So glad you're part of. You became part of the Tabletop Cinema community. Our family, our colony grew a bit larger thanks to this stream, and I am inspired as well by these characters and these stories. If you have not played this, for anyone lurking, it's an experience worth checking out. Please give it a shot. We have a lot more narrative games and story-focused games in the future. I'm going to have the hard time choosing because stream has been so generous in their suggestions, to the point of people even gifting games that I'm going to have to try and catch up with. But thank you for dropping by. Yes, Zen, I'm going to try to get all those endings. Take care, everyone. For anyone who may be lurking, if you enjoy this content and want to find out what we're playing next and what's in store for Tabletop Cinema's future, please consider hitting that follow button and checking us out on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Our Discord is also open 24/7, where I hope to one day return to my Game Master roots and arrange games there for people and the audience, because it's high time I started creating original stories and running them, and I'd love people to experience those. So it's been quite the journey on Exocolonist and the streaming, and I'm really happy about it. So thanks everyone. This game made me feel good, chat made me feel good, and I hope to see you all next time. Perhaps, if not this week, due to the shoot, next week. Until then, I'll see you all. And as always, welcome to the table. Have a good one. This is Solana signing off. We're gonna go play some tricks in Vertumnia with our friends. Bye-bye.